In a world where diplomacy, conflict, and strategy intertwine, nuclear weapons stand as a stark reminder of mankind's most dangerous inventions. Since the dawn of the atomic age, nuclear weapons have shaped the course of history, influencing everything from international relations to military strategies. Today, only a handful of nations control these weapons of mass destruction, and their ranks and capabilities remain a subject of intense geopolitical intrigue. But how do the world's nuclear arsenals compare? And what does their distribution tell us about global power? This video ranks the top 9 countries with nuclear warheads, from those with the fewest warheads to those with the largest stockpiles. At number 9 is North Korea. For North Korea, the pursuit of nuclear weapons is more than just a matter of national pride. It's a survival strategy. With an estimated 50 to 70 warheads, North Korea is a relatively small player in the world of nuclear powers. Yet its nuclear program has dominated global headlines for years. The regime in Pyongyang sees its atomic arsenal as an essential deterrent against what it perceives as external threats. Despite years of sanctions and diplomatic efforts to curtail its ambitions, North Korea has continued to develop and test nuclear weapons, pushing the limits of its capabilities with each new test. The country's stockpile may be smaller than many others, but its nuclear ambitions are anything but modest. Just a few steps above North Korea in terms of numbers lies Israel, at number 8, with an estimated 90 to 100 nuclear warheads. Israel's nuclear arsenal is unique in that it remains shrouded in ambiguity. The Israeli government has never officially acknowledged its nuclear weapons, maintaining a policy of nuclear ambiguity. This silence only adds to the mystique of Israel's nuclear deterrent, which is believed to be based on a combination of air-launched, sea-based, and land-based delivery systems. Israel, located in a region marked by frequent conflict and instability, views its nuclear capabilities as a cornerstone of its national security. Despite international pressure and the push for a nuclear-free Middle East, Israel has remained steadfast in its belief that its nuclear arsenal is essential for its survival. Coming in at number 7 is India and Pakistan, 2 nuclear-armed neighbors locked in a decades-long rivalry. Both possess similar-sized arsenals, estimated between 170 and 210 warheads. Their nuclear histories are intertwined, with India conducting its nuclear tests in 1974 and Pakistan in 1998. These tests mark the beginning of an arms race in South Asia, a region already fraught with political and territorial tensions. For Pakistan, nuclear weapons are seen as a means of countering India's conventional military superiority. In response, India views its nuclear arsenal as a necessary tool for deterring Pakistan and asserting its regional dominance. Both countries have refrained from using their nuclear weapons in combat, but the presence of these arsenals adds a dangerous layer of complexity to their already volatile relationship. Across the Atlantic, the United Kingdom holds an estimated 225 to 250 nuclear warheads and ranks at number 5. A legacy of the Cold War, the UK's nuclear arsenal is now primarily sea-based, with its fleet of Vanguard-class submarines carrying the Trident II D5 missiles as its primary deterrent. The UK's nuclear weapons are not only a tool for national defense, but also a symbol of the country's historical influence on the global stage. While the UK's stockpile is smaller than those of the US and Russia, it remains a crucial component of NATO's nuclear strategy. The British government has recently expressed its commitment to reducing its nuclear stockpile, but the UK continues to maintain a credible and modernized deterrent in line with its security commitments to its allies. At number 4 is France, with an estimated 290 to 300 nuclear warheads. France maintains one of the most advanced nuclear arsenals in the world. As a member of the UN Security Council and a leader within the European Union, France's nuclear deterrent is not just a tool of defense, but a key component of its global stature. The French nuclear force is primarily sea-based, with its Triomphant-class submarines carrying the M51 missile, and air-based, with the ASMP missile deployed by the French Air Force. France has consistently advocated for nuclear disarmament while maintaining a minimum deterrent capability. Despite its relatively small stockpile compared to the US and Russia, France's nuclear forces are among the most modern and technologically sophisticated in the world. China's comes in at number 3 with a nuclear stockpile estimated at 400 to 420 warheads. This relatively large number of warheads positions it as a major player in the global nuclear order. While not as large as the US or Russian arsenals, China's growing nuclear capabilities are closely watched by the international community. The Chinese government has stated that it seeks to maintain a no-first-use policy and that its nuclear weapons are solely for defensive purposes. However, China has been modernizing and expanding its nuclear arsenal, developing new delivery systems such as the DF-41 intercontinental ballistic missile and the JL-2 submarine-launched missile. As China's geopolitical influence continues to rise, so too does its nuclear deterrent, ensuring that the country plays a pivotal role in shaping global security dynamics. With an estimated 3,700 to 3,800 nuclear warheads, the United States possesses one of the largest nuclear arsenals in the world and comes in at number 2. The U.S. nuclear triad, comprising land-based intercontinental ballistic missiles, submarine-launched ballistic missiles, and strategic bombers, ensures that the country maintains a second strike capability in the event of a nuclear attack. The United States nuclear forces are not only a cornerstone of its national defense, but also a symbol of its global power. U.S. nuclear weapons are integrated into the country's broader military strategy, serving as both a deterrent and a means of projecting power worldwide. Although the U.S. has significantly reduced its stockpile since the height of the Cold War, its arsenal remains formidable and modernized, with ongoing efforts to replace aging weapons and improve its nuclear deterrent. The U.S. has also played a leading role in arms control efforts, engaging in negotiations with Russia to reduce nuclear stockpiles through treaties like the New START agreement. Despite these efforts, nuclear weapons continue to play a central role in the country's strategic thinking. At the top of the global nuclear hierarchy is Russia, with an estimated 4,400 to 4,500 nuclear warheads, the largest stockpile in the world. Like the United States, Russia maintains a nuclear triad, ensuring that it has the capability to launch a nuclear retaliation from land, sea, or air. Russian nuclear forces include a wide variety of systems, from intercontinental ballistic missiles to advanced submarine-launched ballistic missiles and strategic bombers. Russia's nuclear arsenal is a critical component of its national defense and geopolitical influence. The Russian government views its nuclear weapons as a necessary deterrent, especially in the face of what it perceives as Western encroachment and NATO expansion. Russia's nuclear strategy emphasizes escalation to de-escalation, meaning that the use of nuclear weapons could be considered in certain conventional conflicts to achieve a quick resolution on favorable terms. Despite the ongoing arms control negotiations between the U.S. and Russia, the two countries remain locked in a nuclear standoff, with their vast arsenals serving as a grim reminder of the Cold War-era rivalry that still shapes global security. As we look at the rankings of nuclear weapons from least to most, one thing becomes clear: the distribution of nuclear warheads is heavily concentrated in the hands of a few countries. While nations like North Korea and Israel hold small stockpiles, the true power lies with the United States and Russia, who control the lion's share of the world's nuclear arsenal. These weapons, despite efforts at arms control and disarmament, remain central to global security. In a world where geopolitical tensions and military rivalries show no signs of abating, nuclear weapons are likely to remain an ever-present reality. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share this video for more content like this.